Okay, hello everybody. I'm going to do one more update. Uh, my father passed away today, so tonight I'll do one more because it's responsible for me to keep everybody updated. I packed all my bags to leave tonight, which is July 24th, and I was going to leave in the morning. I had a flight. Of course, you pay extra, which is okay. And so I just paid the flight, which pretty much, you know, I thought, well, of course, I have no problem paying, though it left me completely like broke, which, please, you'll understand in a minute. And then I got a call that my dad's not having the funeral, and there's no need for me to go. He's just going to get cremated. There's no service, and that's it. So I'm sure it's not a big thing. It's just interesting because financially, paying back debt, taxes, and everything else, I said maybe I'll try over 6 months just to save a few $100s. Just to, thankfully, I had enough to just totally spend everything to buy a ticket, which I'm sure is wasted. So the update will be packed, ready to go. And there's the plans already changed. I was going to teach on various things these last few weeks. I listened. I don't want to really teach right now. But there are a lot of questions people have in life. And some of my friends, when I discuss, I see their situations. And oftentimes, and bad decisions my friends have made and things of that nature, but oftentimes they have told me, but after so many years, they get tired. You know, being on the street, living homeless day to day. And so I identify a lot when they tell me about those experiences they have, in the sense of you get tired after a while. A lot of times seem things can seem like a big maze, and I'm not a money type person, but to have said maybe this year, you know, when you're in tremendous financial debt to the point where you make a sacrifice, and then you realize. But oftentimes, this is not an encouraging video. I'm just making it because I have to update everybody. We'll try to. I'm canceling it. Right, it's in the process. But people can go, you know, for so long. A lot of my friends, and then they reach the end. I'll give you. I want to encourage everybody in all the teaching I do. But I'll give you an example of mine. You know, I had Lydia's son, who is my dad's wife, Lydia. A nice Italian family when he got remarried. Oh, I couldn't remember I tried to remember the name of the surviving son, Alex. I just remembered it now because I thought I'd, you know, see him at the funeral. But he had a brother, Lucio, who I'd met a couple times, a nice Italian kid. And over a period, there was a tragedy that took place because of certain things. It had to do with the legal system. And he committed suicide. And my father found him. This was 8 years ago now. And, you know, my dad tried to do CPR because he was a firefighter. But he had killed himself. But it was because of certain reasons that took place. It's never justified. But when I look at, and we had a friend of ours here, her name was Kay, and she blew her head off maybe 2 months ago now, 3 months ago. And when you look at the perspective of life, and you say, for various reasons, whether people got involved in addiction or various reasons. And then whatever we attribute all of the difficulties that we experience in life, people do get tired over time. They get tired over time. I don't consider, I was ready to go. I was ready to fly in the morning and to try and take care of issues, and then get the phone call that there's nothing to go to see, there's going to be no funeral, which is, I guess that was my father's last wishes, which is, it would have been a great benefit if I didn't, quote, make the mistake and bankrupt myself out of something that I thought was a good thing to do, which was whatever it is I'll pay to go. Certainly you would do that. But so that one thing, after, dealing with the other stresses that you have, especially the day your father passes away, a lot of that doesn't make sense to me. A lot of these things do not make sense to me. So I give you this update tonight, just to let you know, more than likely the regular routine that you see on a daily basis will be reinstituted again tomorrow, meaning on Thursday I usually post a text, and then I do videos in the evening. When I have time, I will do something on what we refer to as epistemology. Oh, no. I've done that before. That's how we know things. I'll do some more on theodicy, what theodicy means. Theodicy is the question of evil. It's the question of evil. This could be a teaching. The teaching would be, I heard a good apologist on the TV last night or the night before, Ravi Zacharias. I won't teach it, but oftentimes the answers we give to people, we have to really be careful that we're not giving them pat answers. That there are certainly things we do not understand in the journey. And of course, sometimes there are tests that people go through, and then they go through them again, and then they go through them again. And people get tired over time. People get tired over time. I'm grateful that I was leaving in the morning. It would have been a great benefit for me to have not, if you will, made the mistake to leave myself completely, totally broke, in debt over something that I didn't have to do. You say, but no, I'm in debt. I'm in debt. It's my tax money. Oh, that's fine. Oh, see, you made a mistake, John. Yes, I made a mistake. I intended to do what was right. So that upsets me. That upsets me when you're trying to get out of the hole. And of course, when emergencies come up, that's fine. We'll start all over from day one. I'm making a video. Okay, don't. So, I don't know if I get all the money or any of it back on this. And today's a day for me not even to think about the financial aspect of it. So, God willing, tomorrow we'll continue. Until there's a day, the stress of some of the other family situations that are long-term, and knowing I'll have to take care of a lot of things someday. When, sadly, my mom will pass away someday. But there's a lot to take care of. A lot. And I'm not physically, mentally, to take care of a whole lot. I'm going to have to move there to settle so many affairs that are you know, beyond the normal affairs. People that live on the property, that don't want to leave the property, can't get them off, like legal things. It went sadly when that day comes, because I've talked to it with my dear mom. And so legal battles that are, I said, no, it would be much better to settle those things, because I don't have it in me anymore. I'll make these trips in the future, but I already, it took me about 5 hours or so to reconfigure certain things tonight, to readjust certain things, to plan appointments that I have that had been changed. All this, I don't blame any of this on my good father, who was a good man. So I had to do the update just to let you know. I guess we will be back in the regular routine starting tomorrow. But there'll be a day when there'll be a tremendous amount of stuff that has to be taken care of. Not like a regular, normal settling of affairs, but there'll be all types of legal actions that I want no part of. I don't want any of this, you know. Please, please, just settle these things. I don't want it. I'm okay. So tonight, things change again. And as the examples of life go, oops, you know, you make a mistake. You know, so, oh, that's all right. You do your best you can. But I identify with a lot of my friends who are just daily in that grind, okay? Bless everyone tonight. This was a necessary update for me to have made, and to keep everybody somewhat up to date. I wouldn't have done that much if the circumstances, I didn't realize the way they were going to work out. And so, God willing, you'll see our teachings in the morning. For those that just see a video, we have a lot of friends, a lot of good people that see our writings, you know, every few days. 3 times a week we post texts. And then we have in the evenings a lot of other different people that see all of our videos. Now, all of you are all not in the same groups or don't see the same things, though it's available. So I try to keep that in my mind when I try to communicate to our friends. And I consider all of you our community, the people of God. It is He that builds these stories in the heavens and establishes His troops upon the earth. So this is your update for tonight, the second one for today, and God willing, tomorrow we'll be back in the routine. God bless everybody.